So I just got off work a little bit ago, and I haven't vlogged today because I've been working, and I was really exhausted. And I'm like, well, I need to put some stuff out for the viewers, and I'm like, what should I do? And I'm like, well, you know what I'll do? I'll do a GTA stream just to. I'll do a GTA stream, and you know, I don't have everybody here to read the comments for me, but you know, I'll just have a little fun, and I thought I'd do some streaming, you know, and you know, just have a little fun, and I know my streams are mostly me just doing free roam, but you know, that's what I like to do. Ooh, I flipped my car. I hope that guy has insurance. Just a second, folks. Ooh. Sorry, just a second, folks. That's a... No, thank you. Got a little stink bug problem. Just dealing with it. Sorry about that, folks. I had my electric fly swatter here, and basically I saw a stink bug. If you pretty much know what a stink bug is. It's a really nasty little critter. If you break them or crush them, oh my gosh. You know, pull out the Windex. Oh my gosh, they stink. And I'm like, no thank you. I hate bugs with a passion. Varmint dieth. Ooh, there's a nice charger. If I can get on the other side, I can swipe that charger. I wonder if I can get ahead of him. Come on, there has to be a Passover. Thank you, mademoiselle. I notice whenever you steal cars, the person never stays in the car at all. Like they flee. Of course, I remember in some of the other GTA games, often the person, if you would steal the car, the person would end up screaming in the car. My car's help me! I'm being kidnapped! But yeah, I'm just skirt. But I thought I'd play a little GTA stream, have a little fun. You know, I've just been relaxing since I got home. I got this awesome balloon today. It was really awesome. It's a thumbs up balloon. So yeah, I'm walking into my apartment, and lo and behold, I'm keeping my balloon down so I can walk into the apartment my string falls. I look up and my balloon is on the ceiling. And I was like, oh, jeez. This is ridiculous. And I'm like, oh, okay, how do I get this? So I had to knock on one of my neighbor's doors and ask him, excuse me, can I borrow something long or something like a broom or something like that? It's funny that they explained to somebody, I lost my balloon. Please help me, I lost my balloon. How old are you, 7? No, I'm 26, but I lost my balloon. Well, since you said it like that. Oh, are you kidding me? It's like Austin Powers. It's like that scene in Austin Powers. He gets stuck in... Ah, that's ridiculous. Oh, jeez. Ba 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 ba. Oh, oops. You can't climb the opposite way. La da 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 da. Where does this go to? It looks like a water tower. Oh, I can't live anymore. Oh, poor Trevor. I'm looking for something. Where did I put that? Ah! That's where I put that. Sorry about that, folks. Dang it. That came unplugged. Sometimes I wonder if is it worth it leave camera on. I wonder, and like it makes me think, should I leave my camera on? I'm like, well, you guys want to see me, so I figure. And you know, here's the thing, I wanted to surprise you guys a while back ago. You know I said that it was just a building and stuff like that, but I wanted to, and some of you people that think I betrayed you and stuff like that, no, I didn't betray you. I just wanted to surprise you and show you that I'm not just some, 26-year-old living at my house with my parents, that I'm independent now and living on my own, and people saying, oh, I betrayed you and stuff like that. No, I wasn't betraying you. I was just trying to surprise you guys, and, and I hope my patrons listen to this too, and you know who you are. I hope you stop being sneaky and stuff like that and leaking the links to things, or I'm gonna find out who you are and I'm going to terminate your patronship. Because if you can't be trusted to be a patron, I'm not gonna have you as a patron anymore. I'm just gonna give you a heads up. You know who you are. And I don't really know your name, but when I do find out who you are on Patreon, you're getting blocked and deleted. Because I can't trust you, dude. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like, that patron is a patron is for the patrons, that people are there that are being supportive and donating, and that's a privilege. That's a nice privilege to have there. And for you to break that code of conduct and to betray my trust, to leak the link, you had no permission, you had no right to do that. So if I find out who you are, you will get blocked off a Patreon. By the way, shout out to my patrons and the people that are donating. I appreciate it. And also I appreciate the fans that are here, that are watching the stream. I don't know what the chat looks like exactly, but, you know, it's probably the same thing as usual, you know, and, you know, I'm not even gonna, like, just, honestly, I'm glad that, you know, I like to hear the good comments, but I hate the negative comments. I think they're really ridiculous. Let's go up to Los Santos. Not Los Santos, but where Trevor lives. There's a helicopter. There's a helicopter pad here somewhere. There has to be. There has to be a helicopter pad here besides the airport. I know there is one. I'm just trying to find it. I don't know if Trevor has a helicopter. I have Michael and, you know, Franklin, but I mostly like to play. Whoops. Oopsie. But oops, get out the way. Get out the way. Oh no, get out the way. Jeez. I don't know why I have not been playing online. I don't know. I just don't. I want to play a stick-up kid, but I just didn't feel like playing as him. And the funny thing is, because I have more on the game than I do online. You know, I have more guns, I have more ammunition, more money, and I know there's a limit to how much it's on here. But, you know, I just thought, you know, it's just, what the heck, you know, I'll just play as Trevor and just drive around, get blown up, and just have a little fun, a little anarchy, as the Joker says. I've been watching a show on Netflix recently. It's kind of funny and goofy. Anybody a fan of Shameless? Shameless, or yeah, it's a show about a alcoholic father that has 5 kids in total, and he's one of the world's worst fathers. You know, like none of the kids really. Some of the kids, dang it. Let's see. Come on. Dang it. That's not gonna fit. Oh, boss is gonna be ticked off at me now. Boss, what is it? You may have to go fetch my load. Come on, are you serious, Trevor? That's the 3rd week in a row that you've lost a truck of ours. I'd hate to be Trevor. This is coming out of your payday check. How much? 50%. 100%. I'm not that good with numbers. I would like to give a shout out to some of my buddies. I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Anthrit. I'd like to give a shout out to my friend, his name goes by Marijuanio. And also my friend Vlogging Life. I'd like to give a shout out to him. And also Adam for the Nation. Recently I featured him on my channel. And I figured, not a lot of people watched that. And I was like, I didn't understand it. Why no one really watched it. I thought it was a good video. Me and him were talking. I was talking about his channel. And, I want to help people. When I was coming up, I'm not even that big in my opinion. I don't think that big of myself. I don't think of myself like PewDiePie. I don't think of myself like Markiplier. I think of myself as myself. I still feel like when I was back at, when I was originally, before everything went down, that's how I still feel. But the audience is much bigger, and I'm like, well, I appreciate them being here, and I appreciate you guys being such loyal fans. And, I guess I give love to my haters because, if you think about it, you hate me so much, you do realize that you give me views when you watch my videos. So, technically, you can leave all the hateful comments, but you're still helping me out because you're watching my videos, just to let you know that. Just give you a heads up. You may be a hater, but, the thing is that, you're actually helping me out. You're giving me views. So, oh, there's a kick in the head right there. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? I just saved the cops. I don't know if I shot a cop or not, but I just saved the cop's butt. Yeah, I know I stood there and watched one of the cops get shot, but I hate it. I think it's ridiculous how GTA needs to work out things better. If a citizen, like the cops are, I'm gonna say, oh, this isn't GTA. The cops are absolutely idiots. All they do is just chase after you, and it's ridiculous. They just want to gun you down. If you get too many stars, they're just like, they want to hunt you down. They want to kill you. They're chasing you constantly, and it's really ridiculous. Sometimes, just how the cops in GTA are. For instance, if that had been a real life situation and a cop was getting gunned down and his partner was shot, you think if a citizen came out with a gun and shot that guy, would the guy still be arrested for shooting? Or would he be given a Medal of Honor for saving a police officer's life? But it seems like in today's standards, so I don't like the controversy sometimes. Dang it! Thank you so much. Please leave the vehicle. We ain't gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We ain't gonna take it anymore. Whoa, whoa. We're right, we're a sprite. Yeah, yeah, we ain't gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We ain't gonna take it anymore. You know, wouldn't it be funny if I multitasked and as I'm playing GTA, I'm actually singing songs from my playlist, you know? And just doing like a multitask. And as I'm playing GTA, I'm singing. And I put my headphones on. That would be funny. You know, I'd have to pay attention a lot. I'd have to keep one headset open so I'm not too loud. But that, okay, put one in the chat. Just a second. I know I'm running away from the cops right now. Put one in the chat if you would like me to do that. Put two in the chat if you want me just to play. Because I can multitask, honestly. I could really... If we get a lot of ones, I'll do it. I'll straight up do it. Excuse me. We have a couple of twos. We have a couple of ones. 6. That's not even a number. It's racist. Yeah, I know how it's spelled. By the way, I'm not gonna say it. It's very negative of you to say something like that. Whee! By the way, check out Adam for the Nation. By the way, youtube.com/Adam for the Nation. I can't remember how I think that's how you say his YouTube channel. Well, just a second, folks. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll do that. I will get my headphones, and I will do that. I will sing a song while I'm playing GTA. I'll be right back. Just a second, folks. Multitask here. And we'll do it. I'll do it for you guys. Yes, I'm playing on PlayStation 4. Playlists. Okay, here's a song I'll sing while playing. Here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. tone my records. Shut the shooting in the window in the go. Owner in the listen to the miracles in the heaven down below. Oh yeah, let's get together. It's the night. It's just else. Like down the big place. Chances of get through. Let's just sell. There's a soul in the city watching over us tonight. There's a soul in the city. Everything is gonna be alright. Your old tone my records. It's in the windows in the go. Wanna listen to the miracles and to the heaven down below. Oh yeah, it's just luck. They went just in dream. Let's prove them wrong, baby. They just not even lucky. There was just a little bit of faith. There's a soul in the city watching over us, I swear. There's a soul in the city and we're way something out there. Ooh, 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 ooh. Dance for us down slipping off the sands and down the night long. And step out on the roof and waiting to stand the sound. Ah, yeah. Weighing over some of your old tone mile records. Suck the shit in the window and the go. Owner and listen to the miracles. To the heaven down below. Oh yeah. Squeeze over some of your old tone mile records. Suck the sweet in the window in the go. Onerous and listen to the miracles. We have it down below. And wasting the time. Your old tone mile records. Motown Records, by the way. That's the name of the song. Just another song we can play. Oh, here's another one. Finally. Finally needed now, there's a feeling in my name. Alright. Let me tell me now, there's a prices to pay. Alright. Alright, that's highway. Let's wait to ride. All you people, can't you see how you love the freaky of reality? Every time you're down, ooh, you take me right, and that way makes you larger than life. Alright. Looking to you now, there's a feeling I say, come on. Without a way, on this different way, come on. All of your sideway, that all you people, can't you see? You love the fricky of reality. Every time you're down, ooh, you make me right, and that makes you larger than life. Let's listen to another one. Here's a good one. Come on, feel the noise. Girls rock the boys. We're getting wild, wild, wild. Wild, wild, wild. Does the evil now X made money. And I don't know why. I don't know why. And think about the amount of time it makes me money. I don't know why. I don't know why. More and no. Come on, feel the noise. Girls rock the boys. We'll get wild, wild, wild. Wild, wild, wild. Come on, feel the noise. Girls rock the boys. Wild, wild, wild. Anymore. Sorry, my voice is very messed up from my allergies. Maurice. No, I'm sorry, folks. My voice is not cooperating with me. I would sing, but my voice is just like apparently kicking the bucket because of my allergies. Oh, I'm sorry, folks, but I had to stop because like I'm thinking like with my allergies, my voice is just falling apart. When my voice is better, I think I could do singing videos, but not for now because like my voice is just really torn up from my allergies. Man, I am tired. Ooh, Doom Bucky. Just shut that radio off. This is how you're supposed to drive a Doom Buggy. You know, you could apparently drive it on the beach. You know? I'm doom bugging around. I'm doomed. It's a long way to go. I figure maybe I'll get up here and I'll get a tank and I'll just have a little fun, and then, you know, after a while I'm gonna end the stream. I haven't had dinner yet. You know what, I started thinking about you guys first. Honestly, I was sitting down, I was gonna watch some Shameless, but then I was like, you know what, I need to do like a video or a stream or something. I started thinking about you guys, and I'm thinking, you know what, I need to give them some content, some video content. And I decided, I said, what the heck, I'll do a game stream. And gaming stream is content, by the way. You know, that's you making a video and you talking in it. I may not talk sometimes in the gaming stream. It's because I don't know what it is. Like, some people are like, they talk and like, Okay, for instance, Markiplier, PewDiePie, and all these Jacksepticeye, they that's what they do, is they talk a lot. They talk a lot in the game to make content, and people have made memes and just jokes about, just things that Markiplier has said in utter fear because he's playing this jump scare game. And that is one YouTuber I'd like to meet someday, is Markiplier. I do have a list of YouTubers I want to meet, in my career. Markiplier would be one of them, but apparently you can't buy him a drink because he can't process alcohol. And I understand that, it's sad when something happens like that to somebody. But if somebody feels like they don't need alcohol in their life, I understand that. Yes, I've had a drink in the past. I've had a few drinks in the past, and I've made some mistakes while being intoxicated. Not too serious, but to the point where people pretty much attacked me and belittled me and falsely accused me of pretty much faking autism. And, I'm not going to say where that came from, but I know where it came from. I know the person responsible, even though they didn't do it, they didn't say it, they allegedly thought it. And it still hurts me to this day how people in the chat will just rain out, "Why can't you admit, Tommy, you faked autism?" How can I admit that I faked autism when I have autism, high functioning autism, and I can't read a book? And I just don't understand it, how I have to prove something to somebody that doesn't even know me. And it makes me raise my eyebrow. And I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm just saying that I hate that my reputation has been ruined just by that. And it just tells you how people hold stuff against you here on YouTube. Oh my gosh, wow, I just killed a pig. Not a cop, I killed a pig. A wild boar. Man, I'll tell you a story. When I was a kid, everybody has these, my father had a friend that everybody has these friends that is like outdoorsy, and he was kind of rich, he had money, he took care of his family. But, his name was Buck. Buck was a crazy mofo. This guy was nuts. And he would do stuff, outlandish stuff you weren't supposed to do. Everybody has a person like Buck that they know that is just crazy and will dive in head first after whatever they're going to get. And so, okay, get to the story. I go over, and Buck has sold his big house, and they have moved into a little double wide. They don't want to have a house anymore. They just want to, live off the land, and I guess they just want to travel place to place. And so I come over, and I'm hanging out with his son, and we're just hanging out, and he decides, "Oh, I don't want to go boar hunting with you, Dad." And he looks at me, he's like, "Tommy, you want to go?" And I'm like, "I don't know how to boar hunt." He's like, "It's just simple. Don't worry, I'll tell you what to do." And so I'm like, okay. And on this little journey, we don't catch a single wild boar. He nearly scared the snot out of me by, this bull, this white bull. It was just really tame. It was just sitting there. He wasn't really angry. He was just sitting there. And he had me believe I was scared stiffless because I thought bulls were antagonized by movement. So I was just trying to be as still as possible. And the bull is just sitting there meanwhile. And he says, "Oh my gosh, Tommy, run!" And I dart. I run as fast as I can. I do. I run all the way back to his truck, and I dive in the truck, and I'm just like looking up, and I look over. There's Buck on his back, laughing hysterically at me, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And the bull is just sitting there. So, okay, the next day, after that little jolt, Buck decides to mess with me some more. I'm sitting there, okay, and I can tell you what cereal I was eating. Lucky Charms. Oh, dang it. Oh, I lost my, wait a minute, hold on. I lost my card. I'm sitting there eating Lucky Charms, and Buck goes, and my nerves must have been shocked, blown from that night, because as soon as that happened, up went my Lucky Charms right on the Buck. And Buck's just like, his wife is aggravated because there's Lucky Charms everywhere. And Buck is just like laughing, but he's covered in Lucky Charms. Oh my gosh, it was a long time ago. But yeah, they were some of our good friends from back in the day. And one of the things I used to do when I was a child, I didn't really do it. My brother and my dad used to do it. It's called gator hunting. Now, gator hunting, I don't know if you know this. Some of my viewers might be in Florida. Well, when the gator population explodes and there's too many gators, you know, that have been breeding. You know, they have a season called gator hunting season, and people, and they use this terminology, rednecks mostly, come out of their crevices, jeez, come out from everywhere you speak, and they go after gators. You can hunt them, you can get them skinned, and it knocks down the population of the gators. Every year they have gator hunting. And I would personally love to go back down to Florida and do a vlog. Now there is a lake in Orlando. It's called Holy Land. Now, why is it called Holy Land? Because it is the motherlode of mosquitoes. My father and my brother went there, and they were almost drained dry. Because literally, they were like, as soon as they opened the door, the mosquitoes just flew in. They just like, you couldn't even see. It was so many mosquitoes that had crawled into the light socket, the light area, that they could not see it. They did not capture a single gator, but they felt like they had lost a lot of blood because the mosquitoes had been on them all night long. And if you ever go there, I'm just going to warn you that there's a lot of mosquitoes there. I think that's what the lake, I don't know what the real name, but I know it's called Holy Land. And if I ever ask my dad where that lake is in Orlando, also I want to give a shout out to Omar Gosh TV, a gentleman that has, I've known him just recently, and I've known him in the past. I forget when I have a bad memory, and I forget people's names at times when I don't see them. But I want to say hello to Omar Gosh and shout out to him. You know, he has a really good YouTube channel. He used to be a prankster, but I don't think he's really a prankster anymore. But you know, I'm really grateful to have such an amazing audience and the people. And also, I just want to remind you that if you guys, I do still have a P.O. box, and I just want to say if you guys ever want to send anything, letters, or any postcards, or personal fan art, or anything like that, we will open it up on Mailbox Monday. And if you have a YouTube channel, we'll give your YouTube channel a shout out. And here's the thing, I'm going to say this, and I'm saying this just to say this. I'm saying if we don't get anything in the mail for Mailbox Monday. We don't do Mailbox Monday because the thing is that Mailbox Monday is a fan. That's a fan event on the page. It's reading. I mean, Hamza reads it, and I listen to what you guys are saying. I'd love to be able to pick up a fan letter and just read it, and it really throbs my heart. Really, it makes me emotional. Now the backstory behind this guy, he owes a lot of money to a lot of bookies, and a lot of people would like to see him gone. That's his buddy. Man, I remember, jeez, I had to focus. I mean, I remember what I was saying I was going to do. I said I was going to go over and get the tank. It's going to be a long drive. Oh, jeez. Let's at least get a decent car. Thank you, my lady. Don't worry, I'll return it to you later. You can't really play the music in GTA because it's monetized music. So you have to, most of the time I try my best to shut the music off when I get into the car, because I don't want to get in trouble. And, you know, I just, I forgot. Whoopsie. Whoops. Dang it. What'd I do? Oh, that's right. I put a hit on somebody. I was doing my job. Sometimes what I do is when I'm just having fun, I make up storylines. I make up little storylines. That guy that I just terminated was named Hajim Havu, and he is a banker. He is a banker, and he works with a lot of businessmen. And he basically did a lot of, you know, he works with their money, and what he decided to do was he decided he would skim off the money. Well, while skimming, he managed to skim off some of their other unprofits, you know, their other benefits and bookies. And their bookies started noticing a shortage. Now, the bookies have a certain amount of money that they have when they have gambling, you know, for baseball games or boxing or whatever. And they were upset, and they said, okay, we need to fix this problem. Where is the money getting shorted? Ajim is at his top. He's a college guy, and you know, that's what happened to him. Now, Hajim had a buddy, which also I clipped also, you know. I mean, that's the storyline that I created, that what's going on. His name is Roger. And he was basically the guy that would be on the other end with this account, and he would take the money and run with it. And I would say, how much money did they steal? I would say at least 20 million, at least over $20 million they stole, and little chunks, piece by piece. They would, while Hajim was trying to fix errors, realistically he was stealing money for the mob, and he didn't realize that these were mob accounts. That he thought they were just white collar accounts, but when you have a guy walk up to you with a pistol in his hand and you realize you don't know what's going on, and then there's a couple shots and then you end up dead in a pool, that's when you realize, oh shoot, maybe I was stealing the money from the wrong guy. Of course, one thing maybe he had realized in college, somebody told him, hey, listen, if there is an account that looks like looks funny, don't mess with it. You know, I know this is like a story I just made up, but it's like sometimes this stuff happens, like with people that, you know, there's movies. They're about people that want to steal millions of dollars. There was a robbery. There's a movie getting ready to come out soon. I don't know if it's out right now, but it basically, you know, was about a robbery that happened, and I think there was over $17 million stolen, and I think the bank robbers got away with the money, and it was unbelievable that they did this, that they could get away with that much money. But it's funny because Western North Carolina is such a beautiful place, such luxurious, such beautiful quality, you know, such top percent, you know, a very lovely place, very good quality, you know, and a lot of Hollywood loves to come down here, and they love to film. They love to make movies down here, and there was a movie made down here recently, and also another movie. And, you know, actually, something interesting that you've probably seen a video I've done in the past, but at the town pub, that was actually, there's been some famous actors, actually, that were in that bar. And I don't know what the name of the movie is, but I can't remember. I had to either ask somebody or ask my mom, because she works in that area, and she heard about it, and she called me up and said, hey, there's this famous actor, you know, you should come down and see it. This guy right here is Billy Hicks. Billy Hicks and his buddy stole $6 million from a local mob boss, and they had to go. That's what I do. I make up storylines about mob hits and stuff like that. And GTA, that's what I do sometimes, is I just make up storylines and stuff like that. Just, you know, have a little fun. And, you know, I've always liked mob storylines, and, you know, they interest me. And, you know, I recently did some studying on Richard Kuklinski, one of the most notorious hitman in the mob. You know, he killed almost 100 people in his career and more, because he was a psychotic maniac. Now, if you watch the movie The Iceman, they'll just show you that. Now, if you go on YouTube and you type up The Iceman, Richard Kuklinski, there's a whole documentary about Richard Kuklinski. Now let me tell you something. There's things that you watch where you just want to take a toothbrush to your brain and wash it. And I watched this documentary on Richard Kuklinski, and I wanted to wash my brain. I had to go find something to watch that was funny and that was, just goofy and stuff like that. And I did. I went and watched something else after I watched the whole documentary about him, and I was just like. And the one thing the guy asked Kuklinski was, if you were to do it all over again, would you do it? And he's like, no, I wouldn't. And he's like, but if you were magically released, would you murder? He said no. I probably would find a cabin in the woods and just retire and live there. Kuklinski was actually murdered in 2006 in prison. I believe that he was murdered by some of the mob bosses that he worked for, and he said too much information in the documentary, and that probably made him upset, so they probably terminated him. They said he died. He was supposed to be in prison for life, and he was. He died in prison because I think somebody put a hit on him. The one and only Iceman killed all, they, I don't know, I guess it's just, the story is interesting because Richard Kuklinski was he was a stay-at-home, he was a family guy. He had a family, and he was doing all these brutal murders, and his family never realized it until he was caught by an FBI agent. And I'm like, can you imagine his wife today? Just like, that's some drugs trying to be exchanged. I just stopped the drug deal. So I just want to let everybody know. I think I should not. I mean, I'm gonna let it be a surprise. I have a surprise, and I'm gonna just say I'm gonna be doing this at some point in November, and around November the 7th and 8th, I'm gonna be doing this thing. So it's a surprise. I'm not saying what it is. I just have a big surprise, and I hope you are anticipated, excited, and I'm really excited, and I can't wait to show you the surprise. What the heck? What was that all about? Ah, dang it. Something happened to my controller. I don't know what happened. Oh, so folks, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. And I'm going to jump off here. And thank you so much for joining me. As always, I'm Tommync2010. I'll be working on some vlogs at some point. And subscribe, support, stay positive, keeping you on the inside back.